the aftermath of a deadly airstrike over the weekend in Omdurman. It was one of the most violent since the conflict between the army and their paramilitary rivals, the RSF, erupted in April. Hospitals in Omdurman, as in the rest of the country, are struggling to cope. Dr. Leila fears the hospital where she works will have to close.
The situation at the hospital remains dire, as the supply of nearly all medications is running dangerously low, with some only available for 5 to 6 patients at most.
Overlapping peace initiatives have been creating confusion over how the warring parties might be brought to the negotiating table. There are talks in Ethiopia on Monday. Egypt said it would host a regional summit on Thursday, and leaders of former rebel groups from Darfur are expected to travel to Chad for meetings.
I hope both sides in the conflict will sit down and talk. I want the international community to pressure them to end the fighting as soon as possible.
But talks between the US and Saudi Arabia were adjourned last month after failing to secure a ceasefire. The conflict has resulted in a major humanitarian crisis, with almost 3 million people displaced and 700,000 refugees crossing into Sudan's 7 neighbouring countries. Sudan has an important geographical position. It's located on the Red Sea, which is a critical waterway stretching from the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean. Sudan's considered part of the Sahel, a vast region that suffered a long history of political and economic instability. And it's located in the Horn of Africa, a region of abundant natural resources but huge, untapped potential that too is prone to conflict and instability. Given Sudan's geostrategic importance, the risk of regional spillover is high, and there are concerns the conflict will cause prolonged suffering, both within and across its borders. Claire Herriot, TRT World.